hard to believe that a week ago I was recording our Ladysmith Manor Diaries video, believing that our Christmas market was going ahead and doing all our final preparations and the last minute details. And it was almost literally an hour after I posted that video that we were informed that our area had gone back into orange for COVID, and that we were not going to be able to go ahead with the in-person Christmas market, which was pretty devastating, very frustrating, but obviously there was nothing we could do about that. And I'm a big believer, the show has to go on, and so I decided that if you can't come to the manor, then we'll bring the manor to you. And so we have switched our Christmas market to online, and we have had so many encouraging messages, so we really appreciate that, and we want to say a big thank you to everyone who's reached out. Very much appreciated, as well as all the vendors that I've been working with who've kind of adapted everything that they've been working on this week to help me prepare for this weekend and for the online market. But I wanted to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes, because we're pretty much set up now, ready for Friday morning. Our online market goes live at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. It's open until 9 p.m. on Sunday evening. I will put all the links in the comments so you can go online and have a look round. We have all our vendors and they have all come in individually and recorded videos at their booths, so you can still kind of get to know them, meet them as you're shopping, and we have all their products online. So it's going to be very different, but I think it's going to be fun. We're going to do a bunch of Facebook Lives. We've got all sorts of stuff planned for the weekend. So, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek. I know you guys have been kind of with me for the last few months as I've been preparing and putting the all the decoration and everything together. So I'm going to give you a little tour now of what the market looks like, and the day before it opens tomorrow at 9, when everyone else will see it. So let's go see. So our first booth is our Kiss by Fire Pottery, and Paula makes some of the most beautiful pottery I've seen. She's got a whole range of different styles and designs, and we have that displayed in some of our old antique furniture, which it just is perfect. It kind of looks so beautiful in the furniture, in that cabinet, that it just is the perfect fit for all her pieces. And she has some beautiful, this pottery here is actually has 22 karat gold that is added into the finish, and it's just very, very lovely and very Christmassy. And this is one of my favorite, her Save the Bee lines. And she's got all sorts of mugs and plates and little honeycomb dishes, and just really lovely. The detail is beautiful, and she does a really fantastic job. And so that's our first booth, and we also have for her own Christmas tree, because she has lots and lots of ornaments that she's going to be selling. So we have one of each of the ornaments on her tree, and it's looking really, really pretty. Very festive. And it's a bit of a it's kind of a full Charlie Brown tree, but it works. So you saw our fireplace last week in my video, and with our chair and our Tiny Tim chair. But I'm going to just swing around here, because on this side we have Montpre and Joelle and her collection. Now, if you remember in last week's video, I showed you a blank canvas. You saw the bookcase, and there was nothing there. And I remember I said, just wait to see what Joelle does with this space. Just look what she's done. It's just phenomenal. Like, it's so fun. And she has so many different original pieces that you can spend just hours looking through and finding all sorts of little vintage pieces and ideas, and she puts them together in little vignettes so beautifully. So all of the booths will be on our website, so you can actually browse. On the video, I'll have much more detailed video of all the pieces, and then obviously you can buy online. So those are our first two booths. We're gonna, again, like we did last week, we'll come back to the other two. So through into our next room, we have our first booth here, which is Province Woodworks, and all their produce or products are handmade and made from reclaimed wood in this area. And they just have some really fun stuff, and they have some really pretty stuff and some great pieces that would go great in, you know, a farmhouse, or even vintage or decor, or, you know, their stuff would work in a lot of different spaces. And so I just love some of their little Christmas trees that they have made of wood. Really cute, like this one's even got the little lights on it. You know, the other thing that they have here is their Christmas tree box, which they make, that goes obviously at the bottom of your Christmas tree. And such a great idea, it actually folds up so that you can store it, and gives the base of your Christmas tree a really nice pretty look, and hides those ugly tree stands, which I just think is fantastic. And again, we have a video on our webpage with the store, and Kelly goes through all her different products and explains what she has, which is really nice. So let's swing round, and you can kind of start to see how this room's starting to feel kind of like a market, and it's actually really nice. I've been working in here for a long time, and it's all just been empty tables and sets. And now we have the fresh greenery in here, and the items in, the vendors have come in, each one separately because of the COVID issue, so that each one's set up their booth separately. It now really feels like a market. And you can see here, Earthly Acres have got all their yummy jams and dairy-free chocolate, all gluten-free. We have some cranberries, and these are actually cranberries from Coastal Cranberries, which is here in Dorchester, just down the road. And so Melissa has lots of really yummy pieces there. And then we move down to Isabel's booth here, and she has got it just feels like a flower bar. I love it. It's she's offering different wreaths and dried flowers, and it just all looks so lovely. And like I say, it just reminds me of a flower bar, and she's got fresh and dried her wreaths, amaryllis plants that she's selling, and we put them all with our old doors, so that the doors are the background, and you know, that dried white wreath she's got there on our white door just looks beautiful. Let's swing round again, and we've got Keeler House Museum, and Keeler House have brought all sorts of really unique pieces, kind of almost one of a kind, some handkerchiefs, and it's a little bit not very easy to see because of the light outside, so I apologize for that, but you'll see more on the video that we do and I've done online. But they've got some lovely hand woven tea towels and rugs, and handmade quilts and aprons, and just lovely. And then let me move around here, and we've got Skogan Apothecary. Now, I'm very excited about this booth because I get to use my old sink that I found upstairs in the manor when we moved in. And I've had this idea to display soap in an old sink for I don't know how long. And so I was so excited when knew Jen was coming with all her beautiful soaps, and I was able to display them on my sink. So very excited. And she has just it just smells. If only you could smell through the video. It smells so good. Everything she has is wild. She forages. all natural, and she has not only her beauty products that are at the back there with her soaps and bath salts, she has different teas and other salts, salts you can use on food. So she has a wild food range as well as a wild beauty product range, and again all her products and all the kind of background and understanding. Jen does a great video on the store where she just explains some of all the different things that go into her products and how she makes them and how she forages and how she picks everything up from locally. So definitely go on the stores. Each one has their own video where the vendors come in and done the video on their booth, each individually, so that they're not here together, and they're really great. I think all the vendors have done a fantastic job with the videos. And then all the pretties. Now Krista is an extremely talented jewelry maker. She makes everything herself, and she has some beautiful pieces. We put her in the booth with our nice copper arch and the greenery and a nice chandelier, and it just is perfect for that kind of Christmas jewelry. Feels very pretty, and with the sewing machine base as well, it just really just makes the jewelry look beautiful, even more beautiful than it is. So there is lots for everyone to browse through. So like I said earlier, I will be putting into the comments the links that means you can go to the store when it opens tomorrow, Friday at 9 a.m. and you can actually look at each of the booths, watch the videos, browse all the products. We would love for you to support local and support everyone all the vendors that are here. I've got 2 more booths to show you, and well, actually no, I've got a couple more. I've got 3 more booths to show you. So let's go see. So I have to admit, this booth is actually one of my favorites, and this is for the Kitchen Gourmet and Sophie. She's an incredibly talented chef based in Moncton here, and she has created her own spice blends. And so she's got 6 different blends that you'll see when you go to her shop. And what I decided to do for her booth was create an old kind of grocery store. So it was really fun. I was able to get out my old tins, and we created, the little shelves, and brought in the wine barrel, and I had a lot of fun creating this booth. And I really, like I say, I love them all, but this one is one of my favorites. And then this booth is Bees Louise, and Megan makes all her own beeswax wraps, which is just a really great concept, especially these days when we want to minimize waste and we want to be nicer to the environment. So she has 3 different packs here that she has. She has her original set, her Littlest Lunch set, and her Trio set, and all 3 of those are available on the store. And we're very excited to have her with us as a vendor, and I again really enjoyed putting this booth together with the big mantle and the wood that we cut up into shorter ends so that it would fit under the mantle. I wanted it to feel a little bit like, a parlor in an old Victorian house. Obviously with all the beeswax wraps as well, it's, they kind of perfectly go all together. Our Christmas tree here in our music room is one I actually just found out behind the manor, and it's the perfect fit for this bay window, and it's a little hard to see in this light. I'm going to take some video when it's a little darker, so I'll be able to show you that. But you can see on this tree that we have these beautiful handmade Victorian ornaments, and each one is made from a little tart tin, and they're all completely unique, and they cover the whole tree, and Cara made all these, and these are going to be for sale at the market too, so that people can buy them and put them on their tree. So you watch out for that one, those little items on the store when you go and look. And then the final booth that I put together is actually for Ladysmith Manor, because we have some items that we have in our boutique that we are going to have online. So I used our T-cart, and I pulled out, if you remember a while ago, I managed to get our big old cash register out the storage bin. So we put that in kind of prime place in the booth, and then we've got a variety of a few little items that we have for the manor, which are very personal to us. We have our limited edition ornaments that we're going to be doing once a year. So each year we will be producing an ornament that will be specifically designed for that year. There'll be limited numbers, and we're going to have one each year. So that is our ornament for this year, and you can see I've actually got them all over the tree. And our big 10-foot tree is looking really quite lovely with all our ornaments on. And then we also have a few other items that you will see when you go online and look at our store. You'll be able to see what else I have there that people can buy, which again, very personal, something that we've had a local artist put together and create for us, which we're very, very excited about. So check us out tomorrow on our store, and I'll just span over here and you can see our rocking horse, and then a little Singer sewing machine which I dug out, which again I've had in my mind to use a Singer sewing machine to decorate for a long time. Actually, I don't think that's a Singer sewing machine, but it's a sewing machine, to use a sewing machine for decor. And so I was very excited to pull it out for my booth for the online market. So all those items will be online in the link below that you will be able to go to, and the store will be live tomorrow, Friday at 9 a.m. And if you thought that I was completely organized and everything was all in order all the time, well, reality is behind me. I have a lot of things all over the place right now. I have my work table behind me here that is covered with all sorts of stuff. And you see those boxes behind me? Well, that's something very special that I'm working on today that we are going to announce at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning on our store. So trust me, you won't want to miss out, because they're very special and they're exclusive to our online market. We were not doing them on our in-person market. We have created these specifically for online, so you won't want to miss that. So I will see you on our opening morning tomorrow, 9 o'clock, in our Christmas market, and I'll see you next week on our next edition of Ladysmith Manor Diaries.